These are things I feel like that you should know, some things that I really didn't think about, but honestly, hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel, Simply Kee Samone. If you are new here, I want to say welcome, and if you're returning, I want to say welcome back. Here on my channel I make videos all about love, locks, and lifestyle. So if that interests you, please consider giving this video a big thumbs up, leaving me a comment below, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave, and turn on those post bell notifications so that you will be updated every time I post a new video. So today I'm going to be sharing with you all 10 things that I wish I knew before I started my lock journey. As you all may know if you have been watching my videos, but if you have not, I will leave a video up here in the cards for you to check out my 3-year lock anniversary. But I have just celebrated my 3-year lock anniversary. I have learned so much and gained so much knowledge over these last 3 years in my lock journey, and I just wanted to share with you all some things that I wish I knew before I started my locks, and some things that I would like to share with somebody if they are planning on starting their locks or if they just started their locks. These are things I feel like that you should know, some things that I really didn't think about. So if you would like to know my thoughts on what I wish I knew before I started my lock journey, just keep on watching. Okay, so I took some notes down on my phone just because I wanted to really think through everything that I wanted to say, and just be very direct and very transparent about the things that I wish I knew. So here we go, let's just get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I wish I knew before I started my lock journey is that your journey is your own. Not one lock journey is the same. I get a lot of comments, and I've even gotten messages about, you know, questions about the type of method in which I started my locks, you know, every single product that I used when I first started, everything that I did. And while those, you know, questions are very informative and I would like to give the answers to help you out or guide you along your way, just know that just because I started my locks a certain way, that does not necessarily mean that your locks will look that way. Or if someone else started their locks a certain way, it doesn't necessarily mean that your locks are going to look that way. Certain products are going to react to my hair a lot differently than they'll react to yours, and products that react to your hair are going to react different to mine. Certain methods that we use, all of those things, nothing is going to be the same. And I feel like I was so fixated on wanting to, you know, emulate someone else's lock journey, or wanted my locks to look a certain way. And to be honest, my locks did not turn out anyway the way that I thought they were going to turn out, but I love them all the same. So I wish I knew that each journey was different. No matter, you could literally do the same thing the entire first 3 years of your journey, and your locks are going to turn out completely different than the next person. So that I feel like that was like a really important thing. So that's why that had to be number 1. Okay, so number 2, I wish I knew that I would have saved so much time styling my loose natural hair. I rocked my fro for a long period of time. I want to say I rocked my fro for about 4 years, and do y'all know how much time I spent detangling, doing wash and goes, doing 2-strand twists, doing braids, doing blowouts, doing deep, like the list goes on. I used to have to dedicate a full day, and mind you, I still have to dedicate a good amount of time to my day for my lock wash days and like retwists and stuff like that, but that is literally once every 4 to 6 weeks. What I was doing was once or twice every week. That is a lot of work to maintain your hair, and if I would have known that it was as easy to maintain locks, I would have started a lot sooner. Like, I felt like I was getting muscle failure. I had guns, okay? Guns from just doing my hair so much and so often and so long. Like, if I knew that I would save so much time and so much effort and so much energy into styling my hair, washing my hair, treating my hair, taking care of my hair, I definitely would have started my lock journey sooner. Okay, the third thing that I wish I knew before I started my lock journey was that I was going to save so much money. I saved so much money on products, on going to get my hair done, on like styling tools. Like, I don't need a blow dryer anymore. I mean, I guess I really could use a blow dryer if I wanted to, you know, hold it up to my head for like 3 hours, but I don't need any of those things. And the amount of money that I save, because I'm telling y'all, I used to be a product junkie. I was trying to find the best thing that was going to give me, you know, the most defined twist out or the most defined wash and go. Like, I was spending so much money. I was using so many different products from so many different lines. I really didn't ever even give my hair a chance to adjust to all the things that I was putting into it. And I'm trying to tell you, like, I probably spent hundreds, if not past thousands, on my hair. So yeah, everybody likes to save money, and I'm trying to tell you, like, it is a lot less of a spending habit that you're gonna have now once you start your locks. The fourth thing that I wish I knew was how easy it was to maintain my locks. Now, I was under the impression that it would be very tedious. I don't know why. I think it was because that I like bombarded my mind with watching so many lock videos and just asking people a million questions that have locks, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna want to retwist my locks, I'm not gonna want to do this. But like I said in a previous tip, I think it was tip number 2, your maintenance is every 4 to 6 weeks. Every 4 to 6 weeks. That's pretty easy to me. That ties into my last tip. Taking up so much time, taking up so much money. I don't need to do any of those things. It's so easy to maintain locks. Now, it can be difficult. I can see how that would possibly be difficult, but in my case, it was not. I don't have freeform locks. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like the most easiest form of lock to maintain because they're freeform. You're not, you know, maintaining them in a way that you want them to be uniform or that you're getting a lot of styles often. But for me personally, it has been very, very easy to maintain my locks. Very, very low maintenance, and it has saved me so much time and so much money. So the fifth thing that I wish I knew before I started my lock journey was how much my self-confidence was just going to blossom. Long story short, and if you would like to, I could do a story time about this. I've done one in the past a long time ago. I really want to private that video, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it up there for the public. I feel like being as vulnerable as I can is very important to me, and I feel like that'll bring value to someone. But it boosted my self-confidence. I did not grow up with a lot of self-confidence, and to somebody from the outside looking in, they're probably like, you know, why not? To be honest, I don't think I've gotten down to the root of why, but I know that I always was trying to, you know, do things and manipulate my appearance to boost my self-confidence. And now that you know, my hair is basically doing what it wants to do within my locks, it transformed how I see myself when I look in the mirror. I don't feel as though I have to manipulate my appearance as much. And to be honest, I don't even be caring. Like, I feel so beautiful whether I just throw a bun on top of my head with my locks, or whether I wear them down, whether I wear them in a ponytail, whether I, you know, wear them crinkly, whether I wear them straight, whether I wear them in a pineapple. Like, there's so many different things, and I feel like I have never looked in the mirror and not liked what I saw when I was looking at my locks. And I feel like they really just aided in me feeling beautiful, you know, without having to manipulate my appearance so much to, you know, try to fit in or look like somebody else. But I just knew that my crown made me, you know, realize the beauty that I already had on the outside and on the inside. So the sixth thing that I wish I knew was the community. Like, first of all, the natural hair community is, you know, close-knit within itself. I feel like the lock community is so embracing and so uplifting, and everybody helps each other. Online, the online lock presence is just beautiful women. All shades, all colors, all hair texture, different size locks. I feel like I have felt the warmest with the community of locked hair people. Anytime I see somebody in public. I don't even know these people that I be seeing in public, but when they have locks, I'll be like, oh my God, your locks are so beautiful. And they're like, oh my God, your locks are so beautiful. I would be like, yeah, girl. I would be like, how long have you had your locks? Yes, me too. Like, I did it. Like, it's like you see somebody with locks out in person and you feel like you know them. Like, you feel like that's your long lost sister. Like, comment down below if you have locks right now and you see other people with locks out in public. Like, do you just approach them? Like, maybe I'm just weird, but I literally make it a point to almost speak to everyone that I see with locks and just ask them like the randomest questions. How long have you had your locks? Your locks are gorgeous, blah, blah, blah. I just feel like, and everybody has literally been nice anytime. I mean, I probably looked weird. I probably looked really goofy or really weird, like just approaching somebody that I didn't know and commenting them on their locks, but I just felt like a sense of community with that person. So I feel like that is very important. I feel like if I would have known that, once again, would have joined 10 times sooner. The seventh thing that I wish I knew before starting my lock journey was just how beautiful the process was altogether. I think that a lot of people are so stuck on the fact that they don't want to go through the ugly stage, that baby lock stage. But to be honest, my baby lock stage was a process because I was still active duty in the Army, so I was working out a lot, and I was like, you know, going to the field and, you know, wearing headgear and like just doing all these things that kind of conflicted with me starting my lock journey. And I had to work a little bit harder to, you know, make myself look more presentable, because you have to be like the utmost like cookie cutter type person when you're in the military, that I, you know, had to do more to manipulate myself to still be presentable in the realm that I was working in, or presentable in the field that I was working in. But I still found beauty in every stage. All the frizz, you know, after I would come back from PT and like my hair would be on top of my head, like all I had to do was like lay my edges and like twist it back a little bit, and I still felt cute. Like, I felt real cute still. And I never felt that way about my hair, whether my hair was relaxed or whether my hair was natural. Like, I always kind of felt like there was something else that I could do to tweak it to make it better, or I always found a flaw in something that I really didn't like, or something that I wanted to change. And just to know that my hair was doing what it wanted to do, and I'm like, wow, like this is me and all me, and just, you know, everything is going the way it wants to go naturally and flowing the way it wants to go naturally. It was just such a beautiful process to watch, from your curls turning into buds, like your parts like starting to like lock at the root. Like, from every moment and every stage, everything is so beautiful. Just seeing the transformation in your hair, and just the process itself, it's just, it's love. It really is love. Okay, so the eighth thing that I wish I knew before I started my locks was the statement. Locks are such a statement, and I really didn't realize. Of course, I thought that locks were beautiful, and I thought locks were interesting, and I thought that locks were attractive, but I didn't know how much of a statement it would be until I had them for myself. I cannot tell you how many times I have gotten stopped, or, you know, somebody without, I mean, even somebody without locks, they just, you know, wanted to ask me something about my locks. They wanted to ask me, you know, when did I start my locks? How long have I had my locks? You know, just intrigued really about the process. Like, I've never known how much of a statement it was. 9 times out of 10, there's not that many females in that certain space that has locks. I would say in a room full of 50 females, probably 10 females or less are gonna have locks. And those are gonna be the ones that's turning heads. And not to say anything bad against, you know, braids, wigs, weaves, you know, blowouts, relaxers, like they're all beautiful. But I just feel like when I walk in a room, I'm standing out, because it's like, wow, look at her locks. So I just feel like the hairstyle itself, I really didn't realize it, but it is such a statement. It's so powerful. You look powerful, and it makes me feel like a powerful Black woman. Like, I feel like I've like embraced my Blackness like even more having locks. Does that make sense? Like, I hope that's making sense, and I hope that I'm conveying my point the way I want it to come across, but I just feel like a sense of like this is my pride and joy, you know what I'm saying? Okay, the ninth thing that I wish I knew before I started my locks was how much healthier my hair would be. I really don't think that my hair was unhealthy per se before I locked my hair, but as I mentioned earlier, I was just using so many different products and I was manipulating my hair so much, and I feel like sometimes I just did too much to my hair. I feel like I, you know, was tearing it and ripping it and just over manipulating it, that it could have been healthier. It wasn't super unhealthy, but I feel like I most definitely could have had a healthier head of hair. Now, with the least amount of manipulation possible, and to be honest, the most manipulation that happens to my hair is when I do twist outs or braid outs, which is not every time that I wash my hair, and also ponytails or buns, which now that I am out of the military, I don't do ponytails and buns too often. Honestly, that might just be when I am like actually actively doing something and I need my hair out of the way, or I'll pull it back in a loose ponytail, which, you know, that's not too harmful, it's not too damaging. But to be honest, as a whole, I can just tell that my hair is healthier. My hair is shiny, my hair is strong, it feels strong, like it feels sturdy, it feels, you know, like strength, you know what I'm saying? So my scalp is like, contrary to belief, people always think that, you know, locks are nasty and people don't wash their locks, but to be honest, I feel like I'm taking the best care of my hair, more so now that I am locked than before. And the final, last but not least, the 10th thing that I wish I knew before I started my locks was how much it would help me grow spiritually and just as a person in general. If you've watched, you know, any of my other past videos that aren't about locks, you'll know that, you know, I've suffered and continue to suffer on and off with anxiety and depression. I've had to dive really deep into myself to grow, to learn certain things about myself, and to just figure out, you know, what is going to help me spiritually and mentally. And I feel like my locks have helped me, and I'll tell you why, because I know you probably like, girl, your locks ain't help you with no spiritual journey. Oh, but it has. It really has. So I just felt like I was more connected with myself through my hair, because it was in its most natural state, and I started to use more natural products and like took a lot of the chemicals out of my routines, and I just felt like I was my most authentic self once I started my locks. And I really feel like you can't embrace, you know, a spiritual journey, or, you know, learn yourself more, or, you know, develop like a certain level of personal growth until you are your most authentic self. And I will stand on that forever. Not saying that you have to have locks to have, you know, a certain level of personal growth, or, you know, grow yourself spiritually, but it's what helped me. Not saying that you can't do it with any other hairstyle, but it's what helped me. And I really, really thank myself for, you know, going out on a limb and getting out of my comfort zone and actually doing that, because I knew that as I continued to grow, that I was my most authentic self. And I felt like my most authentic self with my hair and locks. Also, if you would like me to make any videos, in the past I made videos kind of geared towards my spiritual journey, and I've kind of went inward with my spiritual journey and not I guess broadcasted as much. But if you are interested in any videos that are geared towards my spiritual journey, or how I've been doing certain things for personal growth, because I'm telling you, in the last three, I'll say the last 2.5 years, I have grown so much, like so much. And it's just amazing to see how much I've come. And it's almost as like every inch that I grow with my locks, like every like 6 months or a year that goes by and my locks are transforming and growing, like I also feel myself transforming and growing. So I feel like my locks are growing with me, if that makes sense. Yeah. if that makes sense. Okay, so that is all for this video. Those are the 10 things that I wish that I knew before I started my locks. Those are 10 things that I felt like would benefit someone out there like you who might have already started your lock journey or are thinking about starting your lock journey. I'm telling you, there's so many good things that came from me starting my locks, and I just wish I knew, because I probably would have started this process a lot sooner. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on your post bell notifications so that you will not miss another upload like this or lifestyle content, because like I said, this year I really want to venture out more into lifestyle content. I want to experiment more with, you know, helpful content, like bringing more value to the platform and to my viewers, and you know, still as always bring the bomb lock content. That is all for this video, and I will see you all in the next one.